Hi everybody, it's Brian for GadgetUnit.com, and in this video I'll be bringing you a quick video review of the S-Case, or maybe it's Scase, not too sure how to pronounce the company's name, but the S-Case Helvetia for the iPhone 5 and 5S. You can pick this up for $29.90 each from scasedesign.com, and it's available in granite gray that I have here, as well as Swiss red. I would also like to thank them for sending this over to me for review. So here is the packaging. But before I talk about what's on the back, this does not include any extras, which is pretty disappointing not to see a screen shield or microfiber cloth or anything like that, considering it costs companies nearly nothing to include with their product, so it's a little bit disappointing. So on the back, it gives you some features about the case. So it has a precision fit with all-around protection. It has excellent grip, which I'll actually talk about. It has a lay-on-the-table design. Definitely it does. It has shock-absorbent material because this uses pretty heavy-duty TPU materials, and it is lightweight. So the packaging is simple and easy to get to. And here's what the case looks like on the inside. We have some S-Case branding. It says that it is designed in Switzerland, which is a bit different, at least in terms of smartphone accessories. And here's what the back looks like. This is really the main selling point of this case in my opinion, which is the design on the back. It looks pretty nice, I have to say. You could also see some more design added to the volume button covers because instead of little circular nubs, they are X's. So let's go ahead and install the 5S into the case, starting the button side first and working the other corners up and over the phone. And you do get a large lay on the table design, as you can tell here. So you're able to put your phone display down onto a table without your display actually touching it. Would have been nice to have a screen shield to sort of deal with that a little bit better, so you won't ever have to worry about your screen getting scratched if you had a screen shield installed. On the left side, you can see how thick this case is. It's not too bad, but it is sort of above average, at least in terms of thickness in my opinion. It also adds to the sides a little bit, so when you're using this case with one hand, it's sometimes a little bit difficult to hold because the TPU on the sides, it's pretty smooth. You don't really get too much grip either unless you really hold the phone hard. But anyway, for the volume up and down buttons, we do have X's, like I mentioned earlier. They really do take away from the feedback that you get when pressing them. There's almost no click to it at all. And sometimes you accidentally can easily press the buttons by accident. So sometimes if I'm holding it like this, I barely have to put any pressure on the button covers to actually sometimes get the phone to register that I'm pressing the volume up button, for example. So sometimes I was listening to music, browsing a website, holding my phone like this to sort of read stuff or play a game, and then after a moment the volume will just skyrocket, which is not a very good thing in my opinion. Anyway, above that we have the large cutout for our silent switch. It is a bit recessed, so you're definitely going to have to go in there with your nail. That would just be the suggested way of accessing the silent switch. At the top, the power button has an actual click to it, unlike the volume buttons, and it's sort of easy to press. Not too much extra effort needed to press the button. We do have the S-Case logo here. On the bottom we have perforated holes which are perfectly aligned for your speaker and your microphone. You have a decent sized cutout for your lightning port, as well as your 3.5mm headset jack. I had a third-party lightning cable with sort of a large lightning plug end on it, and it was actually lifting up on the TPU materials at the top and the bottom a little bit, so they were sort of bulging out at the top and bottom of the case. But it is able to fit, so thanks to that flexible material, I imagine larger headphone plugs as well will work. On the back we do have a cutout for our camera area. It's a little bit larger than I would like, but it is lined with black, so you don't have to worry about flash causing problems with your photos. And again, here is that back design. It looks really nice. This to me is the main selling point for this particular case. So overall, this is definitely a quality iPhone 5 and 5S TPU case. It's a little bit thicker than most, especially on the sides. You can definitely compare this to most cases. And for me, it was a little bit of an awkward change going from cases that aren't this thick on the sides or thick in general to using this, because it did make holding it with one hand a little more difficult, especially trying to access the top because the sides are smooth. You don't really get too much grip, and sometimes the case will just slide right out of my hands, unlike most of the other ones that I've been taking a look at recently. But if you do happen to be looking for a quality TPU case with a unique design on the back and a pretty decent feature set, if you could just look beyond sort of the added thickness that this case will add to your phone, I think you'll really enjoy it. But that's it with this video, so if you have any comments, questions, or feedback about this or anything else, feel free to leave those down below in the comments area. But that's it with the video, so thanks a lot for watching, and I'll talk to you all very soon.